Today's adventure brings us around the town of Sandwich. Welcome to another Manza Media vlog. Welcome one and all. Today we got the perfect tunes going on. Right now I really enjoy this. Free Design. If you've ever heard them. They're a band based off of Enoch Light from the 60s. Weird, obscure stuff. And it's pretty cool. One thing Massachusetts completely lacks, in my opinion, is the tiki kind of craze, that mid-century modern, the California classic mid-century kind of clean lines, designs like that. Completely missing from a lot of it here. It's very hard to find if you're gonna find any of that kitschy 60s kind of clean line, kind of Ames chairs, things like that. You're not gonna find them in Massachusetts. You're gonna find old world, like pioneer furniture, a lot of history, rich history, which is cool, and I appreciate it. It paints a picture in what happened here, how we are, coinciding with the rich history now. It's fascinating to see. Where I gotta get some gas, man. I gotta get some gas. Let me just get some here. It's important. And then we could go on our journey. Basically, these are old houses. You could tell this was a dirt road. This was like horse and buggy territory here. It's fascinating, this town, because it remains untouched. It's not like all the houses got rebuilt. It's insane to me. Sign says this be the Hoxie house. I don't know too much about Sandwich. If I were a retired painter, I would sit my butt down and paint all the little scenes all year round. I'm speaking, of course, of things like this. This is just insane. These houses and this area is so beautiful. I love Sandwich because it's so, like, painterly, picturesque. Even in the coldest dead of winter. Like, it's not freezing out here, but it's pretty cold. And it's still really pretty. 1675. This old house here. Look at the roof. Look at the roof of that house. Look at the door. Look at I'm discovering this along with you, but look at these windows. Look at the craftsmanship here. That. Like, again, that house probably was 1600s as well. Imagine what this was. Horse and buggy time. Let's go explore some more. Now, I don't necessarily mean to show people's houses, but, like, this is so colonial. If ever there was that old colonial style, it's this town. And these houses are like the ultimate old colonial, what people strive to buy nowadays is, I want that colonial with my fam. Yeah, well, this is the town. A lot of old colonials, they could be pretty drafty. You could see somebody, you could tell there were some ice skaters skating on the ice. I don't know if the ice is safe yet. I'd say probably. As you can see here, I'm going to show you. This is Sandwich Town Hall. Sandwich Town Hall is right here. This is just the side of the town hall now, but I'm just going over this little bridge. Attention, do not feed the waterfowl. You got the water wheel there. It's so pretty. Coming down here. Dexter Gristmill. As I'm just sitting here, I see people are filling up their plastic, water jugs, 1 gallon jugs of fresh water from this little gristmill here. Dexter's Gristmill, huh? But I guess that's just a rarity to find a town that has that, and it adds a lot of character. I mean, look, beautiful church after beautiful church in this little square. How cool. I remember during Christmas they just light up that one tree here on this pond. I don't know, for some reason this town has always been very old world beautiful to me. In my hand here I have a glass museum voucher given to me by my pal Carl. I'm gonna cross the street here. We're at the Sandwich Glass Museum today. Stopping in the Sandwich Glass Museum. Wonder how you get in though. What's the steps to get in? Maybe down this way. I'm sure this has been here forever. Museum is closed for the month of January. Opens February 1st. Alright. Gotcha. No problem. So behind me at the Glass Museum, my friend Peter, he was making some fluted vases for flowers for the local flower shop in town. He was just making them, just right there. Like, how cool? How cool is that? So, although they weren't open to the public, he let me in. I got a little bit of taste of the Sandwich Glass Museum. Sometimes he'll give me his little extras, like he gave me this little eggcorn that we put on our Christmas tree. He'll give me his like extra glass. There's always just like bits and bobs of extra things, and he'll just give them to me. Really cool. Quite enjoyed the Sandwich Glass Museum. We'll be back, I'm sure, in February. I have my free little coupon in my pocket still, and I'll save that for next time. But for right now, we have to get caffeinated. I am under-caffeinated and ready for some caffeine. Let's get some. I'm taking you to a cool place. And this right here, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is what I was talking about. All the houses are like literally from little one-room Cape Cod houses for so many years. And this, you could just tell. You could tell this was like such a small little dirt road. And this is right on, off of Water Street. We're on Main Street now. This is insane. It's insane. We've reached our destination of caffeination. Though we're not necessarily caffeinated yet, I wanted to show you this one thing here. Sandwich mini golf. So in 1950, Maurice Burke decided she was just going to, in 1950, she was just gonna build a mini golf course. Her and her husband, the Burkes, ran a humble operation here. With a cute little mini golf course that I'm sure they clean up for the summertime. But there's some frogs. Clyde and Jimmy. Clyde the frog and Jimmy the frog. Jimmy looks like he squirted something at some point out. He squirts a little something. Pretty gosh darn cool to me. Look. Can hide in the tree hole. Her and her husband were making a mini golf course. Single-handedly taking over the swampland that was here before along the train tracks in the background there. And erecting the Sandwich mini golf course. Here we can see Lumpty Dumpty was carved by Mo from a tree in Taiwan. He immigrated to the USA in 1994. Now an SM Golf resident. Sandwich mini golf resident in 2017. At one time this was a tree and it was painted, but quite creepy if you ask me. This is where you line yourself up and you golf it up. Little roadside marvel here. This is from 1950. I'm sure these are all still original. The original holes. Wishing well. Oh, this is just so cute, man. I mean, if I had a kid, this is just so simple, sweet. I like it. Scoring bench. Dave's doghouse. A nice fountain that probably works in the summertime. Scenic 6A, old-timey 6A. Old-timey 6A is how I think of it. It's like, it's all the classic Cape Cod stuff is on 6A. Pretty. And then 6 is just the highway. Look at this whale here. You used to, I don't know, if your ball used to have to go through this whale. I think that's what we're dealing with here. That's what would have happened. And then outside of his backside into the hole. I guess in 1950, humble beginnings. Who just says, "All right, honey, I'm making a golf course. I'm making a mini golf course. Let's do it. I guess it's a good way to make some money while also enjoying life on the Cape. So that was Sandwich Mini Golf Course. Let's go get caffeinated at the Snowy Owl. I've been craving one of their lattes. I certainly love this place. Can't wait. All right. They're always mixing the beans in there. Pretty cool. There's an owl up there. Let's go check out the merch area. Let's go see. I always like supporting a small business. Snowy Owl Coffee. Here. There's a certain shirt I liked a lot. Oh, this one. What is this? Coffee, 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 coffee. Snowy Owl. I really like that. It's really cool. Look, they got like little tumblers and mugs. Very cool. Nice cool little mural on the wall back there. All your coffee roasting needs can be acquired here. You know, can't really beat that. They sell their coffee as well to go. And they sell an array of different sorts of foods there. I just changed my order to go. I said for here, but it's a bit crowded. The line's getting busy now. I'm glad to see it. I'm gonna take you to our next adventure, the antique store, as I drive this scenic country lane of Sandwich, seeing all the old school colonials. Oddly enough, this place right here, see this old Victorian house? That's a burger joint. That sells burgers. They flip burgers each day over there. Next door burger bar. This right here sells burgers. You gonna flip me up a burger in the old Victorian house? I sat right outside. It was pretty good. It was pretty good for a Victorian house. You know, I wasn't expecting much. This is probably from 1670 something. And yet, it made a nice burger. They could do to repaint that. Change the font. And that church right there actually is a hotel. You could stay there. You could stay in that hotel. That's just the joys of Sandwich. Every one of these towns down on Cape Cod have antique stores. In the droves, you know, a bunch of antique stores. A plethora of antique shops. I'm always excited to see an antique store. I always love antiques. Again, it's really hard to find the kind of retro mid-century stuff that I especially love. This is more old world, kind of colonial, old world antiques, but well, this is the Sandwich Antique Center. Let's take a look. Look-see. Open 10 to 5. Always some fun things to see, you know, you get the ceramic dog or two. See, those are cool. Art Deco, rare bookends, huh? I like those. I like those. When I make my movies, I'm gonna have to rent out this entire place for all that they have, because that's how I feel like people set dress, is antique stores, especially from a time period. It's been a glass-filled episode. And this Keebler elf here, definitely holding something at one point. Super cool. Oh, look at these cool. Aren't those nice? Look at them both. Cavalier King. Few and far between do you find things that are like true Americana, California 60s. This is more like 1600s vibes. Look at this old wooden mansion here. This is pretty cool. Made of wood. Imagine that lit up at night. That'd be cool. I like miniatures. I love miniatures things. Great for dog food and bird seed. Alright. Old cricket players next to doilies. and colonial tribesmen, and a cool door knocker. Cool. But you'd certainly have to be the Monopoly guy to be able to afford any of the stuff in the antique store here. As you guys know, I used to absolutely love looking at old records, collecting records, to the point where I pretty much got my fill, and I collected all the records that I possibly would want. I still love music, but vinyl right now I have enough, you know. When are you gonna listen to all of it? The association, though. Certainly not to say if the right Beach Boys record crosses my path, would I not find it in the rough and buy it? Truth be told, I would. But as far as right now, I'm all set with vinyl. Look at that, an old Victrola violin, an old mandolin. Victrola mandolin. Your delicious fresh oyster sign next to your antiques lit up glass sign, which is just so cool, right? I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't have any use for that, but this is kind of like the gnomes in my grandma's house right here. Literally, I just had it in a vlog or two ago. That's them. Look at these old scales. This is how you would weigh yourself. Now this is pretty cool, Art Deco looking, mid-century modern scales. Cool hand-painted signs, of course. You gotta love that. I always love that. What's that? Ooh, Schumann's Inn. I like old hand-painted signs, no doubt. Hard to do though. This is very pretty. Glassware, man, glassware. Like sometimes when you see a room like this all full of old wood furniture, and then you just see a chair like that, it just totally stands out because of its dining chairs. Italian. Definitely from the 60s though. Just stands out. You don't see stuff like that a lot. You see a lot of wood, old brown colonial things, nautical things, sailboats and whales, old wood pieces of brown furniture, but nothing loud, googie type of mid-century modern design things. You don't see that here. From the depths of the antique store, I noticed this old sign that used to be lit up and stuff. You'd be able to read all the things. Something about 1869, probably what this was and what this is now. And although I want to keep perusing historic Route 6A, I have to get going. But we will certainly see you in the next episode of Manza Media. From the depths of the antique store, you could find me lounging to a melody, folks. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.